Welcome, Fright Night Vault listeners. Have you ever lived in a house that felt wrong? Not cursed, not haunted in any theatrical way, just off. Maybe it was a hallway you avoided, a room that never warmed, a feeling you couldn't explain, even after the lights were on. That's where we begin tonight. Some walls creak, some settle, but others speak. Tonight's story follows Amelia, a woman in her 30s who inherits her late aunt's aging townhouse on the edge of a dying neighborhood. The structure is solid but strange. Sealed-up basement windows, a door that no longer opens, and a bedroom with peeling wallpaper that hides something more than mildew. The voice begins as a whisper. She hears it just once, or thinks she does. A name in the dark, her name, and when she answers, it smiles. There's no attic, no crawl space, no clear place it could be coming from, and yet, night after night, the voice grows louder, closer. It tells her stories about herself, about her family, and then it begins asking her to listen, really listen. What would you do if the voice in your home knew things no one else did? Would you flee? Would you investigate? Or would you do what Amelia did and press your ear to the wall? Careful. You might not like what's waiting on the other side. The story starts now. Amelia's aunt left her the house in silence. No letter, no will, just a key in a padded envelope. The return address was faded. The note inside said only one thing: keep the upstairs bedroom locked. She moved in on a Tuesday. The house smelled of old wood, dust, and something sourer beneath, the kind of smell that clung to the back of your throat. She was broke, lost her job 3 months ago. Her ex had taken the cat, the couch, and most of her sanity. So she took the house. It creaked constantly. The lights flickered. There was no central heat, but it was free. And hers. The voice came the first night. She was in the hallway brushing her teeth when she heard it. Her name, soft, like a breath through the wall. Amelia. She froze, looked around. The hallway was empty. She walked toward the sound. It had come from the guest room, the one the note had warned about. But the door was locked. She hadn't locked it. She stood there a long time, listening. Silence. She went to bed thinking she'd imagined it. Houses settle, pipes talk, grief echoes. But the next night, she heard it again. Are you cold? She was. The radiator had stopped working. The room was freezing. Then, you used to be afraid of the dark. She sat up in bed. The voice knew her. It was calm, even soothing, but wrong, like someone mimicking her mother's voice through a screen of static. She checked every vent, every outlet, every crack in the plaster. Nothing. She placed her hand on the wall. It felt warm, almost like breath. She started hearing it regularly, not every night, but enough that silence became scarier than sound. It would ask things. Why don't you sleep anymore? Why did you lie to him? Do you remember what you buried in the woods? It knew things, personal things, private things. Sometimes it would hum, the same lullaby her aunt used to hum when she thought no one was listening. Amelia called her friend Kay, tried to explain. Kay asked if she'd been drinking. She hadn't. She started recording at night. Nothing came through, except once. On night 12, the recorder picked up a sound between 2:59 and 3:01 a.m. It was faint, layered, like multiple voices whispering beneath one another. One word was clear: inside. That day, she pulled back the wallpaper in the guest room. Underneath, carved directly into the wall, were hundreds of scratches. Small, sharp, repetitive. Let me in, let me in, let me in. She painted over it, sealed the door with nails, put a chair against the handle. That night, the voice was behind her, not the wall, the mirror. She stared at her reflection, too afraid to blink. It whispered again, I'm already here. She shattered the mirror, called a contractor the next morning. He found nothing in the walls, no crawl space, no wiring that could explain the noise, just studs, dust, cold air. She asked if the wall was hollow. He said, "No, it's solid all the way through." That night, the voice screamed. It didn't say her name, it didn't ask. It just screamed, long, distorted, like an animal in a trap. She didn't sleep for 3 days after that. Then it stopped, completely. The house was silent again, too silent, until the 13th day. When she returned from the store, she found the guest room door open. The nails had been pulled out. She stood in the doorway. The room was dark, wallpaper curling off the wall like old skin, and on the wall, fresh, wet handwriting. "Listen, she doesn't live there anymore. Moved, changed her number, told people it was mold, too cold, too old, but late at night, she still sleeps with one ear against the pillow, because sometimes she swears she hears it again, not in the house, inside her." If you like these stories, please like, share, and subscribe. We upload often.